Always stay so far.
I never check him. I just about to send you the.
One, two, seven.
2,200.
Oh, not bad. And it will believe more for this one.
Yeah. And how much was the course?
Okay. Copy. Excelsior on the top.
Here's a trick that not many people know about their phone. If you keep running out of storage on your phone, don't pay money to get more storage. Instead, download AI Cleaner. It will free up your storage in seconds by deleting duplicate photos, merging duplicate contacts. It'll clean up your inbox and also make your phone less laggy. Click the big plus.
Mic check 1, 2, 3. So the news is that you would have heard Excelsior, although you don't see it on the screen yet, but Excelsior have won the toss and have elected to bat.
I know. It says official.
Will bat.
Mr. Davis, if this match don't complete, is going to be a result? If this match don't complete, none at all. I think 5 over is complete.
No.
5 over.
So, Mr. Davis, plug it in there so, and do this while the phone charging, so that when you can't plug in everything, do this while your phone is charging.
At the pin?
Yeah. I check. Just Excelsior won the toss and batting.
Indeed.
Yes. Interesting as that's Mr. Bailey going out on the field, and Mr. Bailey is a very agitated man.
No, Mr. Because the what the committee at Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to Manchester High School, where we have our second T20 match, schoolboy cricket. Exciting cricket here. The first match was won by Manchester High School against Clarendon College. They won by 63 runs. And now we have the match between Excelsior High School out of Kingston and St. Elizabeth Technical High School from Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth. And we are getting ready to start. The two umpires, Richard Robinson and Foster, they are both on the field waiting. Robert Foster and Richard Robinson, two best friends, two good umpires, and they're on the field and we are getting ready for the match to begin. Excelsior High School, they won the toss and elected to bat, and St. Elizabeth High School, they will take the field. And so we'll be getting ready for this exciting match. Just a little concern with the cloud cover here at Manchester High School. Earlier we had a good match and the sun was out in its brilliance for most of the time. But now we can see that there are clouds that are hanging over the place, ominous clouds hanging here. And we are hoping that it will blow away. We don't have much wind. We don't have much wind, but we are hoping that it will go away. As the St. Elizabeth Technical High School team, they are going out on the field. And by my watch, it is now basically a minute to two. So we are half an hour late. And the place is looking quite overcast. We see Adrian Silvera marking out his run up.
Welcome to the second match between St. Elizabeth Technical High School and Excelsior High School. STETHS, Excelsior won the toss and decided to bat first. So Excelsior won the toss and decided to bat first.
So it's Excelsior. They won the toss and elected to bat. Silvera marking out his run from the southern end. Initially, he started marking from the northern end, but I think they have a change of mind. So Adrian Silvera, the opening bowler for STETHS, left arm pace bowler, he'll be bowling from the southern end. And of course, Excelsior have their big batsman here. Uh, and we will wait to see who will open the batting for the left-handed David Doer, who is also the wicketkeeper, a strong young man, and he is accompanied by, could be the skipper. Mhm. Oh, that's it. Man. Okay. Okay. As soon as he starts. So we are getting ready here at Manchester High School. I noticed that in the T20s, STETHS have used Mario Reid as the keeper as opposed to Vince. And Silvera, he'll be bowling to Dua, comes in. That's not Silvera, sorry, it's the right-handed bowler who comes in and bowls, and he kind of uppercut it down to third man for four. So St. Elizabeth Technical, the bowling is not started by Silvera, but it is started by the number 19. Oh, he's back. Deshaun James. Okay, it's Deshaun James who is starting the bowling from the northern end. And he bowled the first ball to Dua. It was a short delivery and it bounced outside your stump and Dua uppercut it down to third man for four. So Excelsior, they're off the mark. They're four without loss. As James now begins to move in. Up to the wicket, bowls. Outside your stump and that one bounces and goes through to be taken by the keeper Reid. And the score is four without loss. Four without loss. Two deliveries here. And Deshaun James is back for St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Nice to see him, a very good young man. Plays for Jamaica under 19. And I think he played in the under 17 at the time too. But a very good bowler he is. Smooth action and good bowler. So STETHS is at their full strength at this time. Hmm? Oh, need to select the squad for Excelsior. Put in the Excelsior. Okay, and that's a single for Excelsior. So they move on to five without loss. Five without loss in over number one. And the batsman facing now is. Who's the batsman? Okay, so the batsman facing is Jamari Daly. Daly is the batsman who has opened with the war. So Daly is facing James now as James comes in from the northern end to bowl to Daly. In he comes bowls, and that's a good delivery played on the leg side. The batsman gets inside, flicks it. There's an edge, and it goes towards third man where it's fielded by Dua, and they get a single. So the score moves up now to 6 without loss. Excelsior winning the toss and electing to bat. 6 without loss. As James comes in now, and he's going to bowl to, and he aborts his run. Dead ball signaled by the umpire as he was about to bowl to Duan. So 6 without loss in the first over. And those who are listening will soon see the score come up as we try to get ready. It's still overcast here, looking a little bit dark, but it's early days. As here comes James now, begin to move in, passes the umpire and bowls to Duan. Outside the off stump, and it cuts back into the batsman who gets on the back foot, pushes it back to the bowler. And the score is now 6 without loss. Excelsior winning the toss and electing to bat. 6 without loss. We're in the first over, bowled by Deshaun James of St. Elizabeth Technical High School. And David Dua is now facing as James comes in with his final delivery of his over. Begin to move in now, and he looks back. I'm not sure what happened, but he aborts his run. And that's a dead ball signal by the umpire. Just to say, I see there are some flies on the field, some little, what they call those flies, huh? uh, Swarms of them. It seemed to have gotten into his eye, and he stopped and had to go back to his mark. And there are some swarms of these little flies going around and affecting the bowler as he ran up. One went into his eye and he had to stop. See? Must be rain flies. As Deshaun James now from another end comes into bowl to Dua up to the wicket bowls and he strokes it nicely through the offside and it goes towards the boundary. They take one, they turn for second, and the bat is chased by Littleton. He cannot get it. It goes into the boundary. Now, that's a lovely shot. A square drive there by Dua of James. That was a lovely shot. He just leaned into it and stroked it through the offside. The fielder felt that he had a chance because it was so well timed and you could see the ball moving away from him as he tried to chase it. That was a lovely shot. Timing, all timing there from Dua. And we are in for a treat today. The score goes up to 11 without loss. Excelsior High School. And you know that they lost the Spalding Cup, so you know they're going for revenge today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tune in to the Cricket Forum or join us here at Manchester High School or do both. Come down and still tune in so you can get updated with the score because there's the big scoreboard is not being used. So if you need to know the score, you have to tune into the Cricket Forum, even if you are here watching. A nice little crowd building there as James gets ready, fanning away those flies from his eyes. And the Dua waits now. And he comes. And
Check the score up there, Sabas.
so it's 11 without loss. And we can see that those flies giving the fielders a warm time, Mr. Brown. Look like these are what we call rain flies. So they are telling us that we might be having some rain. And James now, getting ready to go to David Doa, who is on 9, 2-4 so far, looking good as James comes in from a northern end, up to the wicket now and bowls to Doa. Outside the off stumps, he swings at it, misses, and it goes through to the taken by the keeper. And that ball hit the keeper's glove hard. Seemed like if he's bowling at quite some pace. Because you could see that when it hit the keeper's glove, it bounced back and good delivery there from James. And the score is 11 without loss at the end of over number 1, bowled by Deshaun James from St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Dua, he's on 9, and Jamari Daly not yet off the mark. And we have 2 extras. The score is 11 without loss at the end of over number 1. Already the score is predicted, if we continue like this, to be 220. Are we in for a treat today? Oh, squeeze it, squeeze. Let's make up the bucket chair.
So 11 without loss after 1 over. Mr. Davis will be back with you shortly. Yes, probably by the start of the next over or over or 2, but he will be back with you shortly. 11 without loss. Silvera, the left arm seamer over the wicket, hit away into the covers. In the air for a little while, but they got a single. The score moves up now to 12 without loss in over number 2. 12 without loss at the start of over number 2. Excelsior winning the toss and batting first are 12 without loss at the start of over number 2. The batsmen at the crease are David Dewar, he's on 9. And Jamir Daly is on 1, 12 without loss. First over was bowled by Deshaun James, back from injury, 1 for 10. 1 over for 10 runs. And this is Adrian Sylvia. That's a good bowling attack, you know. The left arm seamer. He starts just outside the 30-yard circle. He walks inside of it now. As we look, there's a third man, a backward pointer cover, extra cover mid-off. Mid-on, backward square leg and a fine leg. That's the field for Silvera as he begins to move in now. And those flies again, you know, they are causing serious problem here. We are seeing them. They are also causing us some challenges here. It's real. And those flies, what do you call them? I do not quite know what you call them, but they are real gingy flies. Somebody saying gingy fly. There's a lot of them in their hundreds. And you can, you know. So maybe the flies want to hear Mr. Davis as Silvera starts at the edge of the circle. Over the wicket. And that played away into the offside to cover. And they got a single. One is never there. Wow, he was a bit slow there to get in and allow the batsman to go through for a single. 13 without loss after 1.2. That was Dua just playing it into the covers and they go through for a single. One is never there. 13 without loss. Daly and 1 comes back into strike. So we're off to a late start, but let's watch now as Silvera comes into the right-hander Daly. And Daly played this away to backward point again. They go through for a single. Wow. How can that happen? How can you run a single to backward point? It's unbelievable. They just did. Yeah. That is a fairly short backward point. Now, the bowler has to have a look if the non-striker is backing up too quickly, because that could be the issue here. The non-striker could be backing up a far way down. And so the bowler needs to have a look and run him out if that's the case. Thank everyone for tuning in. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button and share it with your friends. So we are in over number 2, 14 without loss after 1.3. As David Dua comes into strike, he's on 10 from 7, 2 fours. Silvera again being bothered by the flies as he has to look, seem to be affecting him here. Played away again to backward point and another run to Littleton. Is that Littleton? Is that Littleton? And the coach, Carl Wright, is upset about it. And it appears that there's some slight drizzling here now. 15 without loss after 1.4. 15 without loss. Silvera bowls driven back to the bowler who stopped and they're looking at single. So that was Daly onto the front foot. So Silvera has to abort his run up again because these flies, they even start affecting me now. They call them Gingy Fly, 15 without loss after 1.5. Silvera, how you doing? So the field remained the same. Third man backward point cover, extra cover mid off, mid on, mid wicket, backward square leg, and a man on the fine leg boundary as the left arm seamer Silvera. He he begins to move in now from the edge of the circle. He comes up and he bowled to the right-handed batsman inside edge. And there is no run. So that's the end of over number two. At the end of over number two, Excelsior winning the toss and choose to bat. They are 15 without loss after 2 overs. Daly is on 2 and David Dwyer is on 11. So after 2 overs, Excelsior winning the toss and batting. They are 15 without loss with Jamar Daly on 2, David Dwyer on 11. Adrian Silvera 1 over, no maiden, 4 runs, no wicket. And Deshaun James 1 over for 10 runs. The left hander is who? Daly? Dwyer? Okay. So James is it to Dua. He's in bowls to Dua, and that a sharp rising delivery played it out into the offside, and there is no run. So the bowler is Deshaun James, and the batsman, the left-hander is David Dua, and the right-hander is Jameer Daly. And the bowler with the number 10, is it number 10 is Deshaun James. So here's James, bowls to Dua. Oh, what a shot! You drove it elegantly through the covers and they're back for 2 as the sweep and the cover boundary comes around and picked up. But oh, that shot deserved 4. It would have been 4 on most small grounds in the country. It'd probably be 4 at Sabina Park. But it's a big ground here at Manchester High School and they come back for 2-17 without loss after 2.2 overs. Lovely shot there by Dua. So James to door. Outside the half stump, swing and a miss goes through to the keeper. That one probably was marginal, but one of the best umpire in the country, Robinson, and he decided that it is not a wide. So 17 without loss after 2.3 overs. You will soon hear from Mr. Davis. He's doing a very important thing, and he needs to do it so that you can hear him crisp and clear. So in the meantime, I'm deputizing for him. James, 1.3 overs, none for 12. Excelsior winning the toss and batting. They are 17 without loss as James comes in. Outside the half stump again, wide outside the half stump, wide signal this time. Yes, that looks a little wider on this occasion. And the score goes up by 1, goes up to 18 without loss after 2.3 overs. That definitely looked a little wider on this occasion. 18 without loss after 2.3. Remind you that Excelsior won the toss and opted to bat first. Let's watch James as he moves in from the northern end. And Duar looking to play in the offside, inside edge to mid wicket. There's no run this time as the fielder closing very quickly on that one. So that is Littleton. So Littleton have been removed from backward point and he's now at mid wicket. Closing very quickly on that one. So Jonathan Wallace is your wicket keeper. Let's watch Littleton as he moves in now from he stops. He abort his run up and he moves back and he's not going to move in, as you see there. Ball to do outside the half stump. No wide signal. Wow. So batsman they're leaving alone, expecting that the umpire would have signaled a wide, but umpire Robinson and umpire Foster are the two umpires, two veteran umpires in the central Jamaica. As you know, umpire Foster would have umpired a number of West Indies Rising Star matches from the under 15 right up to the under 19 level. James Tudor. He plays this into the covers. Good work there. That closing in very quickly. The man at backward point, Scott is it? He closed in very quickly and prevent the singer. Although he never picked up cleanly, but the thing is that he closed in quickly and the Excelsior batsman could not contemplate the singer then because he closed in quickly on it much better than what Littleton was doing. So the score at the end of over number 3, at the end of over number 3, it's 18 without loss after 3 overs. David Duar on 13. Jameer Daly on 2. Deshaun James have bowled 2 overs, none for 13. Adrian Silvera, who's going to bowl his second over. He aborts his run up. So the umpires are calling on the covers here. So very interesting here now. The umpires are calling on the covers.
What? What is the feeling?
Not here, what? Not here, what? Not here, not here.
What is the feel here? I'm making you some money. Can cover the things.
Oh, I can cover the things. I mean, big enough. You better lie down on them.
Stand up on this boy.
Stand up around here, sir. If you're not standing up around here, so you can't see you here. Stand up there, so you can rain and block you off. What a easy about time. What a challenge.
I think you're overburdened. You can do that right here. Rain again. Once it sets on EXCELSIOR again, it's rain. Become the common thing. What's happening, Sean? Let me get to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I went for a short break and Mr. Brown took over, and that's what he gave to you. He gave you some rain, and therefore we have a break, and it is rain here in the at the end of the third over, and of course the last match between STETHS and EXCELSIOR when they had the 3 days falling cup, we had rain, and today we're having some rain again. But let us hope that it's just a passing shower, and we'll be able to get a match because this is looking like an exciting match here at Manchester High School. And the groundsmen are out there working. They're now covering the runway or the run up. And I said runway because I figured the bowlers are running like aeroplane, but it is in fact the run up that they're covering, and we are hoping that this break will not be too long. It's not a heavy shower, but it's heavy enough for them to be off the field. We see a little bit clearing in the west section, but the cloud is hanging over the field. There's not much breeze to blow away the rain. But we're hoping that in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we might see some clear up. But at present, it's getting a little harder than when it just started. So we just have to wait and see and hope and pray that we'll be able to get some cricket. More than likely, the overs will be reduced. And STETHS last week, their match was reduced to 9 overs. So they have not really, and they're looking forward to a full match today against EXCELSIOR and some exciting stuff. But unfortunately, we have some rain here at Manchester High School, and we'll continue to monitor the situation. As soon as we have our next update, we will let you know. Of course, we will leave the camera on the field so you can know what is going on. Can't take my seat there. And of course, this is the time when we realize that as men we are powerless because there's a higher power and he controls everything. We just have to watch and wait and hope and pray. Mhm. Oh, yes. You'll be sure that the rain is falling where they are and getting wet. You'll be sure that the rain is falling online because them just disappear. It was turning out and the kind of people was out there, everything. Boy, it's getting a little bit heavier. Hmm? What's that? The white, black drum? They're, they're expensive. Isn't and it's getting heavier, Mr. Brown. Mm-hmm.
They want to come up and sit down and get money out of it. So I'm glad to hear it. Oh, you mean the green card in the chat?
Watch here now. And they blow them away now.
Yeah, no. Still I go.
Nine blood, man.
No, covers that front. No, covers that front.
I could have covered Jamaica. We're going to slow motion.
So this is the situation for the second game. It look as if as soon as this race stops, I'll be making my way back to Kingston.
And I'll be making my way back to Mandeville. I'm in Mandeville.
Oh my God. It's coming down now.
Can I
It's
start
coming
singing
down,
down, down, down. It's coming down. Point on that. It's there.
Pretty soon, we will not be safe here in the tent.
It's only one good thing, the fly is gone.
Yeah, no more flight people. But this one look as if the points will be shared. I don't know man of the rain, but this one looks like it will be with us for a while.
It's 5 over constituted match, 3 overs gone already, so.
Here you go, they're working it out.
Mhm.
So, wondering, well, you should have been wondering, your team. A lot of rain.
So, Brown, show them and put a computer in. Mhm. The camera is about the camera, alright. But, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wonder there, son. I ain't get left out of there. Huh?
The finals. They should even come off in their first place. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 3 balls to go and you run out. You get me, I say, and then no. Two runs off for the last ball, 3 runs. There's no way we can lose the match, bro. The girl could have lied on like a blind person. Yeah. And hold out her hand, so stop the ball. No need for hold out her hand, they come back straight to her. Actually, I would have seen the ball. With the four. After the last ball. Not only that, everything come down to the last ball. Jody and even the game of the last ball. Yeah, Jody and the okay, Jody, stop now and now. Sit down and keep all the car in our front and everything alright. We're not busy about that. We're not busy with the car enough. When the one knows that she tap you and we win. It's the rain of the so why you want to pay them much again? Last time I paid them before much so that this time I not pay them before much. No, me say you're not paying them when I forget that.
Right, right.
You are being
Right, so all that for this don't take it out.
hold on.